Hello, this is Brian Rezny, President of Rezny Wealth Management, bringing you an important update about the economy and the investment markets. First quarter of 2024 is over, and I'm glad to say our clients had a spectacular quarter, not only return, but really stability of portfolio. We continue to make changes, obviously, on a regular basis as needed. So if you see changes in your portfolio, they're necessary. If you do not see changes in your portfolio quarter to quarter, that means we like what we have and there's no reason to upgrade the portfolio. From year to year, of course, the economy changes and so do the cycles. There's years that often our portfolios might change 5 to 10%, maybe up to 20 or 30%. But this year, I think we're going to see a more stable overall economy. Generally speaking, the economy is growing. Inflation is clearly coming down in a good measured way. And as I've talked repeatedly throughout 2023, we see the Fed reducing rates slightly as we go through this year. I don't see drastic rate decreases simply because inflation isn't coming way down, but it's clearly trending down, which is exactly what the Fed needs in order for a stable overall economy. The workforce is good. We're not seeing big increases in wage inflation, which is also another positive. And again, stability is there. I've had a lot of questions from clients over the months and years about the dollar, about general inflation, and about the national debt. Let me talk really about the national debt, which is really going to be a big problem for the U.S. and the world. Not today, not tomorrow, but maybe in a decade or two from now, unless we get our financial house in order. Too much debt is never good, but it's not going to collapse the U.S. economy anytime in the near future, but it needs to be addressed. Unfortunately, neither Republicans nor Democrats seem to control spending. Both go crazy, add fluff into the budget, and spend money that basically we simply do not have. There will be a day of reckoning, but again, it's not going to be this decade. It might be a couple decades away, but we're going to have to get our financial house in order. When I look at the rest of this year for the next, let's say, 9 months, I firmly believe the U.S. economy is on stable footing. We should see GDP grow somewhere in the 2.5% range and inflation trending down clearly to the Fed's target sometime middle year to that 2% number. These are net positives. The consumer, generally speaking, is flush with cash. If I look at businesses, they're in the same boat. And we see continued spending in the U.S. Other parts of the world, not so well. And again, I've repeatedly talked about not investing in China because of the political problems there. I've also talked about Europe. Europe is one of those places that keeps going in and out of recession depending which country you look at. So currently, we are fully invested in the U.S. economy. We're invested in areas that we feel are best for not only earnings potential, growth potential, but will give us that relative strength for return for clients. As always, expect at least a 10% pullback in your portfolio sometime this year. Remember, volatility is normal. Your portfolio is not going to go straight up. You're going to go up 3 or 4 steps. You're going to come down a step. We haven't had a meaningful 10% pullback for at least 9 months. So I will say this. Remember, you're going to have a correction of at least 10% this year. It doesn't mean we don't recoup and go to new high ground by the end of the year, but we're already off to a great start. As always, we appreciate your business and your trust. As a money manager and as a fee-only fiduciary money manager, we also do, of course, all the financial planning that our clients need. So if you have any financial questions, not only about your portfolio, maybe it's about insurance, maybe it has to do with debt, maybe it has to do with things like long-term care. One of the things we want to make sure is that you get proper advice before you go out and buy some products you simply don't need. So again, we legally work for our clients 100% of the time. And we want to make sure if you do have questions unrelated to your investment account that we can answer those. Remember, I'm a certified financial planner. I have a high quality staff. We do a lot of daily research. We want to keep you on track. Have a safe and profitable day.